We're on the road in the Coachella Valley, about 2 hours east of Los Angeles. Golden Boy Promotions brings you the action from the desert. Couple of undefeated fighters put their perfect record on the line. Demetrius Ballard goes across the country, and he's a young up-and-coming fighter, and making his U.S. debut, Diamante Aguirre. Oh, coming up next on Ring TV Live. Inside the Special Event Center at the Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino in Indio, California. That's where we're at tonight, as Golden Boy Boxing is bringing you 5 fights your way, alongside the editor of RingTV.com, Doug Fisher, and 2012 Olympian and undefeated prospect Joseph Diaz Jr. I'm Bethel Duran. Thank you for joining us. We have 5 fights coming your way, but it's all going to open up with a young fighter who's been highly talked about, highly touted, Demetrius Ballard, a Big Meech out of the District of Columbia, Maryland to be exact. And Doug, Big Meech, we've seen him before, a nice looking undefeated fighter.
Yeah, only 23 years old, and there's a lot to like about him because he's such a very serious and focused young man outside of the ring and in the gym. And when he gets up into that ring, JoJo, he's an aggressive boxer puncher, very strong, very durable, heavy hands, excellent body attack. I think you're going to appreciate what he does downstairs.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen Demetrius Ballard spar a couple times at the Olympic Training Center, and I've seen a couple of his fights, and man, he's a tremendous fighter. He digs to the body, he's very aggressive, and he has a great jab as well. So I'm very excited to be commentating his fight and watching him live.
It's been a while since you had the first fight of a night. You know, coming off your last fight where you're the co-feature on HBO, what's it like when you're the first fight of the night, though?
When you're the first fight, man, you still got jitters and stuff because you're kind of nervous because you got to get the crowd going, and you got to get the energy going, and the environment and the atmosphere all pumped up. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Demetrius is he's ready to go, but it's going to be a good fight.
And he takes on a veteran from Tijuana, Mexico, Victor Cena Fonseca, trained by Miquito Martinez. And Fonseca, a tough one at 9-7-1. He told me, I've had a month notice for this. I have no problem shying away from a guy like Demetrius Ballard. And Doug, you and I have talked about it. When you're a young prospect like Ballard coming up, you have to face these tough guys like Fonseca.
Yeah, and a lot of them come from Tijuana, Mexico. These guys are the same age, but their experience is a little bit different. Fonseca doesn't have the amateur background of Demetrius Ballard, but he's got 17 bouts and 30 more rounds of professional experience.
Demetrius Ballard, there's his Washington, D.C., but it's Temple Hills, Maryland to be exact. That was a fight this past summer at the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Most of his fights have been on the East Coast. This is his second one in California. That was against Juan Rojas, where he went 6 rounds the distance. Rojas, a tough fighter from Mexico. Ballard stepping it up, going up against these fighters. Good-looking fighter at 6 foot, 168 pounds. Demetrius Ballard, we'll get into his background. There he's being brought in by his training staff.
Bernard Roach
Sr.
Yeah, and Lamont Roach, yeah, Sr.
Lamont Roach Sr. and Bernard Roach, the No Excuse Gym in the district. And Big Meech, yes, because of the song, Rick Ross, Big Meech, that's where it comes from, JoJo. What song do you come into?
I come out to hip-hop as well,
Do you?
man. Yeah, some Drake.
You go
Yeah.
Drake?
I saw your tweet about that.
Yeah,
And our ring announcer for tonight, the one and only Pablo Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to another night of prize fighting boxing from the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio, California, USA. And it's being brought to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Cerveza Tecate Born Bold. This bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster, your timekeeper, Mike Millsap, physicians in ringside, Doctors Jeff Roberts and Kelly Tucker. Your 3 judges scoring this bout, Carla Cais, David Dinkin, and Tony Cripps. And when the action begins, your 3rd man, Eddie Hernandez. Introducing to you first, standing in the blue corner, wearing black trunks with green, official weight 166.6 pounds, Professionally, he stands at 9 victories with 6 losses, 1 draw, and 7 of those victories coming by the way of knockout. De la frontera más visitada del mundo, hailing out of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Victor Elcina Fonseca. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing red and silver, official weight, 168.6 pounds. He stands undefeated with 12 victories, no losses, and 8 of those victories coming by the way of knockout. From Temple Hills, Maryland, here is Big Mitch Demetrius Ballard. 8 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. And your final instructions, here is Eddie Hernandez.
See your glove. See your glove. All right, gentlemen, I've been over the rules with you both. You're both professionals. I expect you to conduct yourself as professionals. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Referee Eddie Hernandez with the details. Tell of the tape coming your way.
Big Meech is the bigger man. He's 5 inches taller, and his reach is longer. Although Fonseca, pretty rangy for a guy his height.
And the fight ready to go. Our opening bout on Ring TV Live, scheduled for 8 rounds in the super middleweight division. Super middleweight, 168 pounds. That's where Ballard is at. Fonseca came in at 166. Demetrius Ballard, wearing the red with silver. He designed those trunks. Every fight he's been involved with, he says he likes to just get it up different. He's been going red and black a lot, but this time there's a little silver in there. So mixing it up in there is Demetrius Ballard. He's 23 years old, highly touted amateur. Started boxing as a young fighter. His dad took him to the ring. And then a few years ago, he got with the No Excuse Gym around the age of 12. And haven't looked back with the Roach brothers leading the way. He's 12-0 with 8 KOs. Last time he was in the ring Ballard was in March against Maeo, a 2nd round KO. That was at the Armory in Washington, D.C.
Gave the hometown fans something to cheer about. Nice loud ovation for him there in Washington, D.C.
Victor Fonseca, also born in 1993, 23 years old, just like Ballard. Started boxing at the age of 16. He said, because I like to mix it up. 20 amateur bouts after that, as they do in Mexico. As soon as you get maybe a couple amateurs, let's go turn pro, because you can't turn pro in Mexico at 16. He said, make some money. He did that back in 2011. His first pro fight, he lost it. Then he had a decision after that. Then he won a string of winning some fights. The last time he was in the ring was in October at the Belasco Theater in downtown Los Angeles against Jesus Gutierrez. He lost that one in 6 rounds.
Fonseca showing right out of the blocks. He's not intimidated by Ballard, not intimidated by his opponent's size or his record or reputation. Both guys have landed some nice body shots.
Big guys going to the body. Ballard at one point went to Big Bear, California, and sparred with George Groves. Was in Big Bear, and he saw what Triple G was working like. Of course, Golovkin at 160, Ballard at 168. He said because he was such a young fighter, they didn't let him do any of the road work. He had to go do his own thing. Where it was, no, you go, you work on your own. We just need you to spar. See, but that motivated him, JoJo, to say, you know what, that's what these pros are doing. I need to work out the same way they're doing it.
Exactly. And I like how Demetrius Ballard's attacking to the body, using his right hand, digging it to the body, and I'm pretty sure he's setting up the right hand on top. So I'm pretty sure he's just digging to the body right now, and he's going to land an effective right hand on top right now.
I think his body punches are his most damaging punches, but he likes to finish guys with a straight right from the outside.
Yes.
This one's scheduled for 8. Opening bout in the Fancy Springs Resort and Casino. Final seconds of the opening round between Demetrius Ballard and Victor Fonseca. Good right hand landed by Big Meech. Interview package. Our Ring TV crew caught up with Ballard.
I'm very excited and anxious to finally get in the ring. It's been a good training camp leading up to this fight. This is my first time fighting Fantasy Springs Casino, so just trying to put on a good show. Going into this fight, I want to show my dominance, control the pace of the fight in the ring by my jab, and just showing that I'm not only a puncher, that I'm a boxer puncher, and I know how to put my shots together. I come here to throw punches, throw combinations, but also get my opponent up out the ring. Hard shots, good combinations, good footwork.
Demetrius Big Meech Ballard said fighting for the first time at the Fancy Springs Resort. Ballard, a lot of family watching back home in Temple Hills, Maryland. His mom, his dad, his daughter Maya watching this fight. He just came out here just with his trainer, Bernard Roach and Lamont Roach Sr. Of course, Lamont Roach Jr. watching back there, his stablemate, Lamont Roach Jr. Just saw him fight on the Canelo card. Looked really good in that bout. Thanks, as always, we appreciate your tweets from you, Lamont. And make sure you use the hashtag RingTVLive. We do check them out. We will shout you out as you watch with us on this Friday in India. Also, Jordan Roach, the 12-year-old, Lamont's little brother, going to the junior nationals, qualified for that. As I said before, boy's got some hands on him. If you watch his Instagram, he's dropping people in amateurs, JoJo.
Oh, yeah, he's a beast, man. I've seen a couple of his videos already.
Already, you see? The power of social media, Doug. And by the way, happy birthday to the one and only Doug Fisher. Turns 25 today.
Thank you very much.
Had an excellent mailbag, Dougie's massive mailbag on Friday. Of course, dealing with the subject of Canelo. Make sure you go and check that out. Good read.
Yeah, that's the hot subject right now, the Canelo Triple G saga. It continues.
And we're watching guys who are close to that weight at 168. Is Ballard and Fonseca. Body work established from Demetrius Ballard early on in that first round. How did you like the way he came out, Joe?
I love how he's just keeping some composure. He's walking his opponent down and he's digging to the body. He's slowing his opponent down. He's using his jab and he's utilizing his jab a lot. He's landing effective shots, so I think he's doing a tremendous job right now.
Yeah, I describe him as a methodical boxer puncher, as he views himself. He has the kind of size, strength, and power where he could more quickly impose his physical presence on his opponents, but he likes to work his craft and just sort of gradually break them down.
Exactly.
And one thing I notice about Ballard, I can tell he's always working on different aspects of his game.
Yes.
Particularly when he feels that he's the superior boxer in there. If he doesn't detect any kind of threat, he'll work on some things. He'll have a guy on the ropes, and then he'll back off, and maybe he'll go against the ropes and work on fighting ropes, or just switch from offense to defense and block punches from mid-range and the outside.
Body work established more of that from Ballard in the red and silver trunks. Left hook from Ballard. Ballard, 6 foot 168. He was a standout football player at Potomac High School. Played for the Wolverines. He was getting recruited by a lot of universities. He said if he would have stuck with football, he would have came out west and played at UCLA, free safety, defensive back. He was laying the hat at weighing 150 pounds. In the mornings, he would go and do his road work, then go to school, then football practice. Right now, he's letting his hands go a bit with the body shots against Cena here in the final seconds of the second round.
Light, born bold.
And Golden Boy Boxing on Ring TV Live is brought to you by Tecate, the official sponsor of Golden Boy Boxing. Tecate, born bold. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and Joseph Diaz Jr. Highly touted amateur, went to the Olympics. Now dream come true, gets to work with me and Doug on a broadcast.
That's right.
For the first time.
Very excited.
Oh, you're too nice. You're way too nice.
Really.
Crowd starting to file in here at the Special Event Center at the Fancy Springs Resort and Casino. Third round scheduled for 8. Mentioned Demetrius Ballard was that football player. His senior year, JoJo, they told him, well, you're going to have to make a decision. And you know this because you were a baseball player too. It's like, what are you going to do? He went and he won another tournament. That tournament got him closer to the Olympic dream, and that was it. No more football. Senior year, he decided to give it up and dedicate himself completely to boxing.
Yeah, I believe he won the National Golden Gloves tournament that year.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. The coach make the people, like the young children, decide whether they want to box or whether they want to play football. It's kind of unfortunate. It happened to me as well when I was playing baseball in high school as well. The varsity coach told me if I wanted to play varsity baseball or box, and I had to make the decision and the choice. So it kind of just sucks, but I'm glad Demetrius Ballard, he made the right decision, man, because he's a really great athlete and he's a great boxer.
And then you see Bernard Roach, his trainer. Bernard Roach, also co-owner of the No Excuse Gym. His background, he was a boxer in the Army. He's now in the fire department, longtime firefighter in Maryland. And Doug, as we've gotten to know him over the years, no excuses at all from Bernard Roach.
Absolutely, he brings that military discipline and what's the word? He's a taskmaster.
Yep.
Taskmaster. He expects a lot of his young pupils, and he's hard on them. Oh,
yeah, and that left from Ballard hurt him. Body shot from Ballard. That left hook from Demetrius really stunned him. As Jojo, you said, ooh, and that was a low blow. He was going back to the body, got him low.
So Fonseca, if that was an accidental foul, Fonseca will get up to 5 minutes of recovery time.
Yeah. Fonseca's corner, Miquito Martinez telling him, you got 5 minutes, take him. We're sitting right next to him. He's there, he's taking a deep breath. Eddie Hernandez, breath in there. They're asking him if he wants to continue in the corner. Fonseca, as his corner, they're trying to figure out if they're telling or not. They're talking with the commissioner. And it looks like they're going to stop it. A point was being taken away.
Yeah, they're docking back.
And that is it. The fight has stopped. So Ballard, the last punch he throws was a low blow. He gets deducted a point. Fonseca's corner decides to stop it for him. Fonseca looking at his trainer, like, what are you doing?
So it's a second round stoppage for Demetrius Ballard.
Yeah, I think that left hook, Jojo, the one you said, oh, I think we all said it. That kind of opened up the eyes of his corner, like this kid is getting hurt right now.
Miquito could see that Fonseca had been wobbled by that punch before he went down from the accidental low blow.
Absolutely. I think it was just a matter of time. I mean, Demetrius Ballard already had him hurt. If he would have got up, it was just a matter of time. He was going to take him out.
You know, once Demetrius Ballard decided to exchange with Fonseca on the inside, he started doing real damage.
Exactly.
And we're going to see a replay here right before the stoppage. He gets under, is sweeping. Yeah, he got low to avoid the overhand right and let a short right of his own go, and it was a little bit below the belt.
Yeah. Well, Lamont Roach, senior Bernard Roach, they get the job done, along with Demetrius Ballard, go across the country. Ballard improves to 13-0. Big Meech. Judge, you said you knew him from the Olympic Training Center?
Yes, actually I went to Germany with his father.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was my trainer in Germany, competed out there for a dual match, and they're really great people, man. They're very determined, very humble, and it's just an honor watching them grow and develop as well.
Big Meech started boxing at the age of 11. You're right, Doug. You won the 2012 National Golden Gloves, as well as 2009 4-time PAL champion, 5-time ringside world champion. Golden Boy and Roberto Diaz, the matchmaker, really, really high on this kid. Now they're starting to bring him to the country. Really touted. Demetrius Ballard gets a stoppage tonight. We'll come back with more from the Fancy Springs Resort and Casino on Ring TV Live.
Tell me a tale that always was. Sing me a song that I'll always hear. Tell me a story I can read. Tell me a story that I believe.
And Golden Boy Boxing on Ring TV Live is brought to you by Mason's Boxing Equipment. Tailor-made Italian boxing equipment since 1978. Go to mason.com for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the official time of 1 minute and 42 seconds in round number 3. Your winner, by the way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Big Mitch Demetrius Ballard.
Big Mitch Demetrius Ballard gets the win. How about this one, JoJo? In his first ever fight as an amateur, you know how they match you up by weight and by age and experience? The dude he fought had 50 fights.
No way.
And he told his dad, I just want to fight. He got bloodied, and he's like, you know what? I like this. Just keep on coming back. And now he is 13-0 in his young career. He goes back to Temple Hills, Maryland, as baby Maya, a winner here in Indio. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, and Joseph Diaz Jr. We're back here ringside as Ballard got the stop.